It's been a rainy weekend here at the Bullring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We're under the scales here, hiding the car away from the rain, but how's the weekend been so far, minus the inclement weather?
Yeah, you know, the Limited's been pretty good. Just kind of fine-tuning it. The Pro, obviously it's a brand new car this race, so been struggling with it a little bit, and then got it pretty good last night, and then unloaded this morning, and the car was completely different. So trying to get it back to where it was yesterday, which has been a bit of a hassle, but I know the Zampa Motorsports crew is going to work pretty hard, and we've made a big swing at it, and so hopefully when it goes out for qualifying, it'll put down a good enough lap, start up front, and try to ride up front and save tires best we can and be there at the end.
Now, when you talk about a new race car, a lot of race fans don't necessarily know what exactly goes into the work. Talk about those long weeks in the shop, working the body, working the engine, that these fans don't see.
Yeah, so luckily our car owner, Randy, he put the whole body on it for us, and all the interior. The motor was already in it. We kind of just had to do some little stuff like some wiring, some of the brake ducts, put the setup on it, mount our seat. So it was mostly just like the little knickknacks, but that's always what takes the longest, I feel like. And it was pretty much 3 weeks of just non-stop. Go to work for 8 hours, come home, work another 5-6 hours, and then actually on Tuesday we didn't finish loading up till almost like 11:30 at night. So, and then my dad and our good buddy Joe, they had to leave the house at like 4:30 in the morning. So they had a rough drive, I think, but you know, they got it down here, and you know, we got it unloaded, and it unloaded a little tight, got the kinks out of it, and then it was good, like I was saying earlier, and kind of unloaded this morning, just wasn't there. But you know, I know the crew's gonna work hard and get it back to where we need it for the race, hopefully.
Now, that was obviously just the one car. All that preparation went into one. You're running double duty. How much does that change the weekend too?
Yeah, especially with the rain. Yeah, it's definitely been a bit tricky on us. We ran double duty plenty of times, and it's never been an issue because, you know, we always get some time to in between each car. Like when the Legends are here, you know, we get say the Super Race, and then Legends, and then in the Limited. So this weekend's kind of been on top of each other, so it's definitely been hard. You know, we get out of the Pro, hop right into the Limited, and then once the Limited practice is over, then we're talking about both cars and trying to make adjustments. So it's been tricky because the weather's been on us, so we've been kind of rush, and so it's been a little bit tricky. But you know, I know that we're going to make the right adjustments and hopefully be there for in the race of both cars.
And looking specifically at the Limited Pro side, you are the points leader here in the Cars Tour West Series. How cool has the 2025 season been for you as you get ready to close out the year?
Yeah, no, the Limited season's been very good to us this year. We've had all top 3 finishes, 4 wins. I think our only outside of the top 3 finish was just the last race at Orange Show, and we finished 6th. Just the new track got us, bit us where we couldn't figure it out. And but the Zampa Motorsports crew, we went to work after Orange Show, got the car back to where it was, leaving Roseville, and showed up here and unloaded top 3 speed all weekend long, and put tires on it in the last session, went second quick, but we didn't do a mock run, we just put tires on, scuffed them, and went second quick. So I know the car's got speed, so I'm hoping qualifying when we tape it off, pick up a little bit more, and hopefully put on the pole and try to lead it green to checkered and just stay out front, clean air, you know, just bring it home in one piece.
Now, kind of looking forward to the 2026 season, a couple of things. First of all, the 2026 Cars Tour West schedule was announced with a little bit of an added emphasis there on our friends up on the Northwest. How excited are you feeling about that?
Yeah, so far we don't kind of know what's going on in 2026. Obviously we got the Limited, so you know, if Randy doesn't want to race the Super or the Pro, then we always have the Limited to race. But if the car's good here and good back east, then hopefully we can run the full series in the Pros next year.
And also just found out, and I don't know if you're ready to announce this, we can always cut this out, but it sounds like you're planning to run the Snowball Derby this season, and not just you, but it sounds like a pretty good chunk of these West Coast drivers are going to try and see what they can do out there in 5 flags.
Yeah, the plan is this was kind of a shakedown race, just to kind of make sure the car's good, and it's got potential, it's there, you know, it's a new car, got to work out the kinks on it, you know, but that's why we're here. And but yeah, the plan is to run the Snowflake and you know, kind of see where it goes from there. But the car's got speed. It's pretty close in contention with the Rackley guys, and I know they were good back at 5 Flags a couple weeks ago. So that's kind of saying a lot for that car, and just for our team that works out of a garage, and those guys have big shops, and They have a lot of information, a lot of help behind them, and so. But yeah, no, I'm excited. That track's tricky. I've done a lot of testing on iRacing, just to kind of prepare, for the line and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm ready to take it back there and try to show those guys what the West Coast boys are about.
A couple more questions for you. The first being about your car owner, Randy Hedrick. He has meant, I know, a lot to you.
Yeah.
But a lot of race fans I don't think they know that he was a former driver, won a lot of races, helps power both your car and helped power Eric Schmidt to a championship out at All American Speedway, his 4th different division championship, which is pretty impressive. What has he meant to your career?
Yeah, Randy's been a big help and boosting me up in the rankings. We've just been a limited team for I don't even know how long now, like 6-7 years, and then just a couple years ago he gave me the opportunity to run a Super at Stockton in the 2022. In 2022, yeah, he gave me the first chance to run a Super for him, and we had good speed right out of the gate, and had an issue in the main event, had a DQ, and then following that, the 2023 season, he wanted to do a full season in the SRL series in the Super, and we got the Rookie of the Year. We had a win, a lot of top 5s, a lot of top 10s. We had good, good speed, and got a new car for the 2024 season, and finished 3rd in the series there, and had another win. Had strong runs, just didn't have that knowledge like a lot of those other guys had, like Hansen and Rocha, Shepard, Gomes. Just didn't have that super knowledge like they did. And then coming into this year, we've been top 3 speed in the Supers and the Cars Tour stuff, and just didn't have any good luck in the main events. Had power steering lines go out, clutch going out, brake failures, just all the little stuff that gets overlooked in the shop, and that's on us. But Randy's been a big part in helping me, and so I'm very thankful for Randy and what he's done for me, and I'm really excited to try to keep that momentum going into the 2026 season with him.
And then behind us is a ton of cars covered up, and then a ton more behind. We have Legends for the MI side, and then we also have the Arcanars West Series. So there's a lot of eyes on you guys tonight. How cool is it to have just an elevated atmosphere?
Yeah, no, I'm hoping the stands are going to be packed. I see people rolling in right now, actually, but, it's still raining, but, Kevin and Keelan being here, and Kyle Busch, Brexton Busch, a lot of big names that are here really are helping to boost the West Coast up. And every race Kevin and Keelan have been at, the stands have been just completely packed, and it's awesome for us, like in the limited stuff. Like the limited guys, I feel like don't get a lot of notice, but we always have the biggest car count, and our races are always, top 5 guys are always duking it out for the wins at the end of the night. And I know the pro races have been pretty good, so a good car count this weekend for the pros, and the Legends, obviously, a lot of the guys here are testing for the Nationals in a couple weeks, so it's just good for the West Coast. The West Coast just is kind of dying off the last couple years, and it's slowly coming back to life, which is good for everyone on the West Coast. So I'm really excited to go put a show on for the fans up there.
And last but certainly not least, I know we've been talking for a minute, but who are the people, the sponsors that help you get out to the track each weekend?
Yeah, first off, I gotta thank Randy Hedrick with Sierra Speed Technology for giving me the opportunity to race this bad fast race car again, and obviously I gotta thank my dad and my mom for supporting me for so long in the limited stuff, and then obviously J Square Performance. He's always at our shop every day. If we need him to stay late, he'll stay late. So those are the main people that get me to the track, and obviously, I got Anderson Logan helping out. They've been a big sponsor for many years now. And then I also got Ernest Performance, Swift Springs, General Metal Fab, Allied Propane, Allied Auto, just everyone that back home, friends, family, everyone makes it happen. Even my boss at work, let me take a couple days off at the end of the week. So, and everyone back home, everyone around, just makes this possible. Just couldn't do it without them.